can't help but compare yourself against the old-timers. The great sailors who left legends of their deeds on the waves and steel through the hearts of their enemies. Of course, my captain and I made us our fair share of enemies along the way, I reckon. And greed pushed us down some dark paths. Fortune and glory were there for the brave and the foolish alike. But nothing ever comes for free, and we knew we would have to take what work we could find in the taverns and grab the big scores when we could. The stability of the Empire, Britonia, and the rest was under constant threat of war from all sides. All we could see was the opportunities that presented us. And all the while, we never saw death coming.
Oh, how does it sound? I gotta make sure I test this out before I do the whole opening, so. Howdy, folks, friends and family across the globe, and welcome ye land lovers to Warhammer Wednesdays! This is actually an old thing I was going to do, and I kind of started, and it kind of dropped off. but I can pick it back up. Especially because a lot of games that were on Good Old Games have been relisted or introduced for the first time to Steam. Yeah. So, this is the one I wanted to start with. These will probably only be one video, unless I get a lot of interest going. Now this is, yeah, basically... Oh, well, let me introduce myself. Howdy. Name's Ryan. That's Loco the cat in the picture. And I do not do tips, tricks, guys, walkthroughs, speedruns, 100% trophies, or achievements. I just play games for fun, and I post them up on the YouTube to share with you. Because maybe they're games you've never seen, heard, or played before. Maybe you can't get any folks on over to do some couch co-op to hang out with. Well, that's why I do these videos. That's the way I see it. Whenever you watch one of my videos, it's like we're sharing the world's biggest couch. It's called the internet. So pull up a chair, sit back, relax, consider me your buddy, your pal, your friends. We play good games, bad games, old games, and new games. To my subscribers, I'm going to say thank you to each and every one of y'all, because if it wasn't for you, these videos wouldn't be happening. I can promise you all this. As long as one of you stay subscribed, the videos will keep on rolling. Let me delete this. This is all old stuff. Yeah, drive by Rub Naked Beers, howdy. And I'm going to, recommend... You know, I'm going to recommend, if you want to play a fun, frustrating game, which we'll get around to for one of these showcases, More Time. Yeah. Or this game. Both are janky good fun. Oh, Necromunda Underhive Wars. There you go. No, wait, is it Underhive? Hired Gun. Underhive Wars I haven't tried yet. I'm dreading that. We'll get to that. That one's going to be a playthrough, though. But yeah, Necromunda, Hired Gun. Let's go with that one. Tau Fire Warrior. That's a really good one, too. Alright. That said, I'll be right back. Lickety split. We'll kick this off. All right, there we go, folks. Sorry about that. I'll be trying this with the controller. I think normally I play it with mouse and keyboard. It's a lot easier. Okay, excited, folks. Just super coffee. Now, yeah, best way to describe this. Never played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but I've heard a lot about the pirate ships. But it's basically Warhammer Fantasy Pirates. Black Flag, Risen games 2 and 3, well 3 mostly with the pirate ship, mixed with Mountain Blade. That's how I see people mostly describe it. So we're gonna go with that. Now, to get your questions out of the way ahead of time early, in multiplayer, or skirmish, because I don't think this has multiplayer, you can choose from all of these. Human, dark elf, dwarves, high elves, Khorne, 2 humans, more humans, Nurgle, orcs, humans, human, Skaven, Slanesh, human, Tzeentch, undead, human, and I don't remember. Point being, there are only 2 campaigns, and I use that term very loosely, you can play in this game. And those two are going to be Chaos and Empire. And I use that loosely because you can actually, if I recall, use Bretonnian ships, which we will jump into that. You cannot play Orcs. You cannot play Skaven. You cannot play Undead, Dwarves, or either of the Elves outside of playing in Skirmish. With Chaos, you can pick between one of the 4 Chaos Gods. So that's kind of neat. Chaos campaign is literally just go around the map and destroy and sack everything. Very little in the way of questing from what I recall. You get a bit more flexibility with the Empire campaign, but it's pretty much the same thing. So Skirmish, you can set point limit. This is very similar also to Mark of Chaos, I would like to point out, which is a really, really, really good game. And in a lot of ways, I prefer it over Total War Warhammer. You get different locations, which it is a pretty big map from what I remember, so it just breaks up the map for the battles. Set the weather, rain, snow, fogs, blah, 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 early day, midday, evening. That stuff will matter when we get to the main game. Dwarves, High Elves, and Dark Elves have a good amount of ships, as do Chaos. Orcs also do, and I think Skaven even do. Undead has like 1 ship type, if I remember, maybe 2. There's actually schools of magic. Each ship that you get, usually you can have like a flying unit that can accompany you, a couple specialist units that you can hire, a wizard. And there's multiple schools of magic. Now, I don't remember if all of them got finished. This was basically... The problem with this game is it was kind of finished, but not. It's half-baked. Oh, well, that's not what we wanted to do. So let's do that. All art is provided by my dear brother, who has all the talent, artistically speaking. Alright. I forgot it can be a pain in the butt to see what the cursor is actually highlighting. So, campaign, new game. Captain. What does his name want to be? Not Jameson. Alright, Captain. Independent. Bretonnia, unlocked by finishing tutorial. Empire, tutorial. So yeah, finish the tutorial and we get access to these. I don't think it matters. That's probably the better one. I like that coloring better. What other options do we have? I guess that's it. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. The guy looks doofy as crap. We'll do regular. Okay. Don't be afraid to play it on easy, by the way, until you learn the ropes. Let's go with the minnow. I like skulls. Skulls are fine. There we go. You can board ships, you can raid towns, there's going to be some ship-to-ship combat. I am here to showcase this to you. I'm not here to sell you on these games. Okay. I'm just here to show them to you.
Captain, it's no good. We ain't gonna make it. Those damn greenskins are gonna cut us off.
They probably will, because I'm putting a dip in.
Hold on. There'll be a squadron of Empire ships incoming.
Let's see how this controls with mount controller.
Hard and fast. It'll be easier to engage with the Empire. Keep them busy. Right.
What kind of... Whoa. Up is down and down is up. That I don't like. We're gonna get hit.
Raise for impact. That's it, Captain.
There we go.
Let's send them to the bottom.
And remember, this is just a tutorial. You might be wondering, why did you overshoot? Well, because sometimes you can get... Oh, do we only have starboard guns? No, we got Corsair. Okay. I usually would try and go for the sails. And as you can see, the bar fills up. Right, so... We fired both sets. When the arrow turns red, you can fire again. Oh, we're about to be boarded. I have got to stop that. Where is it? Oh. We not have subtitles on by default, huh? I do apologize. It's been a while since I played this. At least a year. So yeah, as you can see, you get squigs. We don't. There we go. Up is up and down is down now. Okay. The ship-to-ship combat is bad. But when you get the groove of it down, it's pretty good. Also, once you basically get a two-handed weapon, I remember being pretty good. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to everything again. That's alright. We got a whole couple hours left to go. How are we not? Okay. They did improve the controller support. Once things calm down, I'll explain a bit more rambly. Okay. So, bottom right corner, you will see we are in the red. That means we are not getting any wind. Okay? So you're going to have to turn the ship. Yellow means you're getting decent enough wind. Green is good wind. Right? As it points out there, best sailing speed is going to be in the green. Or best sailing speed.
Back to work.
Now, a couple things to keep in mind. How do I get... Okay. As you saw, the ship fighting isn't that great. You will get used to it. Wizards play a part in it. They can cast spells. They can buff your units. From what I remember, you want to try and get gold mages, because they can repair your ship basically for free using magic. The other thing to keep in mind... Yeah, that's fine. Is there's a leveling up. Your captain, you get about 10 levels, I remember. And your crew can level up. And get better. Ship combat. I am bouncing all over the place. It's just been forever. But ship combat, take out the sails. You can have different cannon types. You can do grape shot, which grape shot is used for just doing massive damage and hopefully hitting the crew. There's a type that you can use to set their ship on fire, which is always helpful because they have to spend resources and time trying to put it out. There's even the ones where it uses like two chains between two cannonballs, or chains between two cannonballs that you launch at the sails to take out their masts. That's what I prefer to do, because if you can keep them from moving, then you can keep them from targeting you with their guns, right? There is a whole host of different ships we'll get to when we get to that.
Bring the ship into dock. We'll go visit the governor.
When it comes to boarding, you get things like muskets and crossbows. You get things like cutlasses and axes and swords and shields. There are monsters at sea to hunt. There are bounties to collect. There are missions to do. You have to repair your ship. Crew upkeep. Now, when you buy a wizard or something, I don't think you pay upkeep on those. But they're expensive as crap. Your regular crewmates, you'll have to pay wages. You also have to keep them fed. You also have to give them water. You also have to collect cargo. and sell. There's a whole barter and exchange and trade system. So the game does encourage you to be a pirate just as much as it does to be a good, loyal citizen of the Empire. Or be a disloyal citizen to the Empire. Or if you do the Chaos campaign, which, as we saw in Lux after the tutorial, just raid up and down the coast. You will encounter a wide variety of interesting and different types of ships, from submersibles to flying ships that basically rain death everywhere. There are probably half a dozen monsters or so at sea you can run into, only a handful of which provide you unique weapons based on crafting materials. Again, this is a game that was, I feel like it's maybe 65% done. It kind of got abandoned, regretfully. But I feel there's still enough here that's fun to play. So Baron Ottmarvin Nureth. Excellent work on those orcs, Captain. Yeah. As a thank you, take this gold. If you ever need further employment, pay me a visit. Receive 7,000 gold crowns. That's good. Alright, so. Now, the thing about sharpshooters is they're expensive, but they're about useless and defenseless in a ship-to-ship battle, so they're really good at shooting, obviously, hence the name. Your crew may be hired while docked, recruit skilled riflemen, visit local tavern, recruit crew, and find sharpshooter. Personally, I kind of wait to hire or level up my crew until I find some crew worth hiring. Because again, as they level up, they request more wages, right? So here, sharpshooter, 5,000 gold. Phew. This is Hildegard. She has no traits. There are randomized traits. If you do not like the traits that are being displayed, alright, better make sure we got full crew. There'll be no shortage. I don't want to. No. No. Back. Fine. Higher. Alright, this is going to go through the whole tutorial of this part. Now, if you don't want to be a pirate, that's fine. There, like I said, there's a big, robust trading system you can engage with. And you just sail back and forth, buying and selling different items. That'll unlock, that'll tell us about any bounties or missions. Big harvest of fish. Sell good price in Erengrad. Buy 10. Alright, so that's all it wants us to do here. I do wish we had there we go. Select it. Well, gets us there. How do we pull back? So this is the whole map. Basically, I don't think you can go back here, but from this point, looped all around. Alright, so we just got to go east. Go to an easterly manner. But while we do that, I want to make sure I stay close to the coast. Because if I remember, there is buried treasure. Oh, left bumper to switch. Okay. So now we're playing as a sharpshooter. And you can switch to the wizard as well. Sometimes you can get treasure by being close to the shore. Let's see what else. You can have, I think, 5 or 6 ships and have your own fleet once you get rich enough. And I'm sure once we get to Erengrad. Oh, that's right. You can increase and decrease the time. So if you want to speed up the gameplay, you could. Benny Hill music is optional.
Where's the Cooper?
We'll take it slow. If I recall, this was based on the old Warhammer Man of War game, which was kind of like Fantasy's version of Battlefleet Gothic.
Lay off the rub. Curse the wind.
Right, we have bad wind here, but we've got time. I never played Man of War. And we are in combat with something. Oh, okay. We are getting attacked by a Megalodon. There it is. Now, ideally, you want to try and shoot it in the eye. Oh no, we're not getting. There we go. I think that might be some treasure over there. Yep, there we go. So, they're usually actual physical things that you can see. I think there was a trait that if you put someone in the crow's nest, they could identify it. It'd be marked on the map, so you don't have to sit here and physically look. And you can just keep doing this, too. This is a really good game to just kind of relax with. Now, if you're familiar with Total War Warhammer, you might recognize some of these places. And much like Necromunda and Mordheim, the tabletop, your troops can gain injuries. Or die. Alright. There is no running. This is it. So we sold it. Cargo hold 5. Excuse me. Repair the ship. Repaired. Got plenty of work in the port. Side with the Empire of Britonia, hunt down pirates, or trade goods for a profit. If we're enough, we can retire, and I can buy that house on the hill in Norden. And that is basically it for the tutorial. It does not hold your hand very much. Alright, so let's look at some of these systems real quick, and then we'll just get sailing around a bit. So the shipwright. Warehouse, I believe this is where you store, no items stored in the port. Purchase ship. Right now we only have access to these. You can also commandeer other ships. And different ships are offered at different cities and towns. So you can get like Bretonian ships and whatnot. Bigger ships aren't always better. They're usually also far less maneuverable. Like I said, the one you start off with is usually fairly okay. You can refit the ship. For example, you can buy archer regiments. This is the chain shot, grape shot. Inferno shot was the one that sets on fire. The fledgling griffin increases morale. Reinforced bulkheads. Streamlined hull, armor plating. Fire pumps help in case you have a fire aboard. You can buy additional port and starboard guns. Heavy cannons. Oh, yeah. But the fledgling griffin, if I remember, can fly around. I think if you're Bretonian, you can get a Pegasus. Ideally, I remember going massive firepower. It's important, though, to not just buy everything up, because as you can see, you have cargo capacity, and cargo capacity changes based on your type of ship. Okay. Cargo capacity also impacts what you can hold in your cargo hold. Supplies that you get from sinking enemy ships to goods that you buy and sell, as well as the type of equipment you have on board. So you have to kind of balance it all out. Sailmaker just gives you different sails. Alright, now we can look at this. Pressing select on the Xbox controller. Go to crew. It says we need to pay people. Alright. As you can see, we have 3 days of water and 7 days of provisions. And everyone here needs to be paid. So we paid all. Might as well. Alright. Traits. None. Happy when it's raining. Does not like magic. Is not afraid of anything that would be helpful against undead. We need to dump this guy because he's liable to mutiny according to that. You can assign them to different roles. So, she was injured. Which means... Excuse me. Her combat effectiveness is lowered. Alright. Ship details. This tells you just the basic stuff. Weapons, what we have. Upgrades, tells you what's upgrades. Cargo hold is what we have in the hold. We have 2 Megalodon teeth. Okay. World, this actually is kind of neat. It tracks where you go and what you fight. Spells you run into in the different factions. And whether they're friendly or not. Oh, crap. Hey, Hako. Sorry, I didn't have chat up. How you doing, man? Quests. Active quests. Well, that's what we got. The tutorial. And we finished that. It's not one thing with me, it's another. But I've been doing pretty good. Thanks for asking how the class has been going. So as you can see here, there's a bunch of weapons. The tooth axe is really good. Oh, it was really good? Who won? Yeah, that will carry you throughout most of it. Basically, just knock the enemy down. Yeah, here's all the ones you can craft. Black Leviathan scale air. The horn sword was pretty okay as well, from what I remember. But right now we're dirt poor. That's right. That's good. Alright, so here we can recruit crew. If those have demonstrated more... Okay, so we can't recruit any of them because... Well, Kislev doesn't like us. We can do missions for them. That's what they have available. And bounties. Right. Every time you sink a ship, you get a pennant. You come in, you turn in the pence, you get gold. It does feel good to be right. You remember our conversation we had. Hiring captains matter whenever you get a second ship. So, till then. No bueno. So we're going to be restricted to hiring from Empire. Britonia. Okay, here we go. We got some wizards. So you'll have Amber, Celestial. That's all that's here, huh? And they come in two types. You get Champions, which are the ones that you see are 10,000. Then you get the Wizard Lords, which are much more expensive, but they end up getting 4 spells instead, too. And that's about it. So we'll roll with what we got. Head back to Empire Lands. Just do some sailing, see what we run into. So if I remember, you can reload. And we get a different crew option. So let's test that out. Not here, because it saves there and sends you all the way back.
Remember, Captain, nothing ever comes free. If we're gonna make a name for ourselves, we need to pick up what work we can find in the...
Oh, went back in.
Ship in distress! Lay off the rub.
Alright, orcs are attacking. Stop the areas before they reach the city. Great. Well, let's try it.
Back to the sail!
And you can slow down gameplay as it gets closer. Hopefully we can wheel them around to our port. Oh no, he's gonna collide. Oh, we got a boarding action. Now there is friendly fire. Alright, well, transfer all, and scuttle the ship. And just like that, we got a pennant. First gameplay of a pirate game? Yeah, it's, I guess everybody said it's kind of like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Which I never played that one, but... Yeah, the fighting is, well, it was also kind of a half-baked game. They never really finished it. 2016, I think, is when they started. That's gonna hit. Nope. Yeah, I know I'm sailing into the wind. You gotta land better shots. And I think we got the sail on one of them, so we can basically pick it apart. Oh no, they ran aground. Now some ships have their cannons on the front of the ship rather than the port and starboard. Stern and aft. Alright. But yeah, they ran aground, so we can just kind of sit here. Why wouldn't you recommend it? I don't know too much about One Piece, but that's the one where they eat like a fruit or something and gives them powers or abilities.
Nothing like a good fight to get the blood flowing, Captain.
Alright. Now we're going to be very careful here because we're going to try and get to that yellow beam. Alright, that's their loot that's floated up from their supply hold.
Curse this wind.
And let me know if the sound is off. Unfurl the sails. We'll go pick up that loot. If you have a celestial wizard, I think is the one, you end up getting crew. Alright, so see, now they've leveled up. But I don't want to level any of them up because that means I have to pay them more. Right, now let's return to Erengrad. And there's a day-night cycle, there's a weather system. So make sure you keep all that in mind.
Lay off the rub.
I was about to say, I heard that there's a huge amount of like episodes, and like with the manga there's a bunch of chapters, so that's kind of the, yeah, that can be a huge kind of turning away if it's just way too big. That's why I grew up a lot during the era of OVAs. So I kind of prefer that style. Let's try and dock, because we need water, if anything.
Clean this deck up.
And we should get some free repairs. Alright, as a token of gratitude, I've been starting to give you 4,000 gold ducats from Treasury. Thanks. 2 favor, Kislev. Alright. There we go. This game is relisted on Steam, which is why I wanted to do it now. I played the game for an episode a year ago, but never picked it back up. I probably won't be doing more than this stream unless there's a lot of interest for it, because I'd like to try and show a different Warhammer game every Wednesday if I can for a bit. Alright, you can get the news on the right, kind of tells you about stuff going on. Ucini's declared war on Sartosa. Sartosa are the pirates in Warhammer Fantasy. Relax in the tavern. Okay. All snow touched. We don't want snow touched. We're not going to be up here long enough. Crew. Right. Oh yeah, the kidney stone. It seems to have subsided fairly well. For now. Until the next time. But for now, it's gone back to resting. So we are good on food, if I remember. Yeah. Water, though. Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Definitely, right? Anytime it starts changing weird colors. Oh, well. That was weird. Reminder, this is a janky game, but... Yeah, right? Anytime you see it. My poor nephews, they'll have something that seems weird, especially as they've gotten older. They're like, they go to, like, what was it? WebMD, and that's like the worst thing you can do. Oh God, the wind is not in our favor.
Damn wind! Lay off the rub.
Yeah, happy that it's that, right? Because anytime you see the red in the urn, it's definitely something that would send up alarm bells.
Back to work!
What was that? Yeah, this is basically it. Okay, they want us to explore that. We'll go wide and come in.
Master, you see rats! Clean the barking irons! She's a fickle mistress, but I love her just the same.
Yeah, anything that has to do with the plumbing, I'm there with you. Let's get back to an Empire town.
It's raining again.
Watchtower. Okay, this is... Got it. Let's see. Less likely to mutiny is always good, but they're lazy. Likely to poison the crew if allowed to cook, so definitely not. Here you go. This is what I was talking about. You can actually hire Griffin if you are Empire, and they will fly around and your ship and support it, attacking the enemy crews and attacking their mass and their sharpshooters. Gray Wizards, they're the ones that help with the weather. Alright, but we need to get money. Oh, is he... How long's the Pope there for? Is it for something special, or... I mean, I'm sure the Pope being anywhere is usually considered something special, but... I do have Catholics in the family. I think that's... more of the Pope stuff than like a Protestant or something. I'm not as familiar with the Abrahamic faiths as I probably should be. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. So slow.
You're sailing into the wind, Captain.
You know, I don't have a choice on that matter. No, that's always a good thing, though. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, the rise to power or position, responsibilities or authority, you know. When people go back to where they came from to kind of recharge the batteries or connect, you know. I know for me it always felt good to come back home. Granted, I wasn't born here, but... Oh, 10,000 gold crowns, I'll take that. But I did move here back in the 90s. Early 90s. So I basically consider it home.
Ah, it's raining again.
Alright. It's an Empire ship. What do we got? There's a corn. Yep. And they've got 4 tons in the hold.
We're by the wind, boys.
Ready for some chaos action? Yar, me mateys. We gotta be careful, because if we hit them...
Run aground, Captain. Suppress the muzzle.
That was a good hit.
Bring up the small arm.
Okay, we've taken care of, I think, all their cannons. They'll probably try and board. That's fine. Nope, nope. We gotta fire.
No spray, no pay.
Yeah. I technically do have family in Germany. I haven't connected with them at all. My Oma was born in Germany, so she, during the whole Hitler Youth stuff, and they forced her to march, cut off her toes, and did some other terrible stuff to her. My grandfather, who was from Texas, met her, and at first she ran away from him because of the stuff they told him about U.S. troops, and then I don't know too much on how they connected. They just started talking, and then she came back home here with him. But my family on my father's side immigrated here back in the late 1800s, mid 1800s from Portugal. So originally named Silveira, I think is what he was called, last name. But I was born originally in Valdosta, Georgia. Are we boarding them? Let's board them. We killed their captain. Alright, transfer all. Let me use mouse and keyboard. Alright, we got some food from them. Scuttle the ship. Yeah, my grandmother on my father's side was Italian.
It's a quiet night. I don't like it.
Yeah, I've never met any of my European relatives. I do know of some stories of different great uncles and some cousins over in like Germany, for example. Oh yeah, definitely, right. Yeah, she was forced to do the marching for the Hitler Youth stuff back in the day. It's not like, you know, they gave them a choice at that point.
Hurry up, you codger.
Though I did have some other family members who were a bit less sympathetic. That you could be sympathetic towards, so. Yeah, she was the sweetest old lady I knew. How about your family? Are they mostly, you know, basically all from Algeria, or? And of course, if Pretzel Triceratops comes in the chat, he can fill in some extra stuff too. Now, the good thing about the game is if you run on low on water, you just wait for it to rain, and when it rains, you can refill your water barrels. Oh, cool. You still have family up in or out by North Africa? That you keep in touch with, or is it kind of similar situation that I got going on, where I wouldn't even know where to begin to contact my European relatives? One year, a family member of mine did what was it? One of those lineage things for us, where it like looks at the blood type and everything, and says, "Oh, you've got ancestors from here, here, and here." And I think ours was like Scottish, French, Egyptian, Portuguese, German, Italian. But I just tell people, for the most part, I'm me. As long as I can eat food. Right, yeah. Just brought out their guns. Oh. Pirates. What is that? It's a pirate fort. Yeah, as it shouldn't be, right? To be fair, even here, I've never really noticed, for the most part, skin color being an issue with anyone. Not to say it doesn't exist somewhere or with some people, but I feel like a lot more of that stuff happens in the bigger cities. Or it did whenever I was like in LA or Vegas. But even then, I hardly ever ran into it. Oh, there's some cases I ran into it, let's just say, but not... yeah. Not quite what people would expect. Alright, well... I'm gonna get repairs before we go dealing with that. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's... that kind of stuff happens all over the place and in different ways, right? Like when I was in Japan, there were places I couldn't go into. Not just because of the tattoos. There were a lot of places I couldn't go into because of tattoos. But others were because I was foreign. I couldn't go into, so. But there were plenty of other places I was allowed to visit, go see and do.
Our previous captain jumped overboard after I tried a few sea shanties.
Right. Do you think, well, they kind of tie it in to, maybe tie it into your degree. Do you think maybe language has to play into it? Because I'm not sure if they would have an overlap with language, or... Right, yeah. There's no reason to buy any of that. Okay, as you can see here, by the way, we get a 38% discount because they like us here. So the higher you get your reputation with factions, the more of a discount you get. That's why I'd wait to hold off buying ships or anything of that nature until you get a hefty discount. Oof. Need a lot. Oh yeah, sure, definitely. had gems, didn't we? We'd be selling at a loss. I mean, we got them for free, but... we'll hold on to it. We still got... good enough. I want to go take that pirate fort. Can't remember how that goes. When it comes to Warhammer games, this one's quite a bit more slow-paced. Not fully realized, but it had some decent bones. I just wish they would have followed through and finished it. If I remember, there was meant to be multiple campaigns. They didn't really do that. They just basically created an open-ended sandbox. Alright, let's go take that fort. Or see if we can take the fort. Hopefully the wind sticks to our back.
Here we go, lads!
Weather gauge, Captain! Fire!
I mean, we can just sit here and keep doing this. It's fine with me. Why they're not firing, I don't know. And here we go. And it looks like it bugged out this guy on the other side of the wall. Okay. Cannibalized. Poor materials fully revive vessel. Reduce favor significantly. The pirates. Loot. We'll loot. There we go.
Get to repairs, you build rats!
Alright, Captain here. Captain skills. This is what I wanted to talk about. So, I think you can level up to level 10 with the Captain. And as you can see, you can get different types of bonuses. I usually found the ship stuff to be pretty good. If you're gonna go melee, I'd probably go with strength and your agility. What do we got? Oh, there we go. And that is basically also when you do the Chaos campaign, how you plunder the towns. You have to damage the towers to a certain point before you can dock and start plundering and attacking the city.
Off the rum.
But there you go. Basically, Mountain Blade. Use the game to make your own stories, pay your crew, feed them. Wouldn't worry about leveling them up. Who is that? Is that a pirate? I don't think so. Oh, welcome back. You didn't miss much. I just ransacked a pirate port. Now slowly making my way around. We'll see what other hijinks we can get involved with. Collect some pennants. Hopefully. And I will be continuing and hopefully finishing Prototype tomorrow. Because I do have Age of Mythology that I'm going to live stream their new DLC. Looks like we got some action up here, so we're going to join in. No, it looks like they may have sunk something. Oh, is it taught in school at all, or are pirates pretty popular there? They were here for the period of, what was that movie series? I mean, the old 50s and 60s swashbuckling stuff, but, Pirates of the Caribbean, I remember. Oh, really? Something about pirates. I always liked the idea of pirates. At least from like a narrative fantasy or story telling aspect. Christopher Lee. Pirates of Blood Bay, I think. A Hammer film. My family did not enjoy that movie as much as I did, but I recommend it. I like the old-timey movies.
Hurry up, you codger!
Oh yeah, that's true. Right? Things change. When I was in school, Pluto was a planet. Still joke with the nephews and niece about that type of stuff. I remember when Pluto was more than just a dog. We're looking at food. 22 days, okay. The Cold War, yeah. I mean, that's good that they were still teaching it. I know young individuals about your age that have no idea about things like the Korean War or the Cold War. I'm just like, man. What is going on? That's good. You gotta teach history. You gotta know the good, the bad, the ugly. I mean, that was always one of my favorite classes. Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Definitely agree with that. 9 tons. I don't think I want to tackle that shit. We'd probably be able to pick it apart, but first things first, we need to get more money. I think I see something we can search for.
We need more cordage.
Sort out this ramshackle!
It's kind of like mile markers, right? At least that's why I try to explain to my students back when I was doing the science education stuff, the high schools, even if you don't remember everything, just kind of make little signposts for yourself so that you can use as a guide if you ever do need to go back and explore around those topics, or to get access to that information.
It's a nice sunny day.
It's basically what there are, is just guideposts. Because remembering everything is going to be crazy. Do I want that? I don't know. Problem about staying so close to the coastline is we're not going to see a lot of action right now. You know, is that is just discolored rock? Okay.
You're sailing
Now
into
some
the
ships
wet
have
mountain.
oars, which can help mitigate when you don't have wind, but this ship we start with does not have that option, the Corsair. Spanish, right? That was your favorite class?
Curse the wind.
Oh, come on. Nope.
Where's the Cooper? We've run aground, Captain. Lay off the rum.
Did you find it easier or more difficult than learning English and French using media? I'm gonna keep saving. I think at about 8 I will switch to... showing you all the Chaos campaign. William Gold map was not a lie. So as you can see, that entire time traveling, we only made it to here. And Kislev and the Empire can go to war with each other. So there is a bit of a... random flexibility to the game.
Belay that.
not seeing any gold. Despite what he said. There are some pretty good Steam guides about this game you can look up. It tells you places to go, things to hunt. But for the most part, there's not a lot on this.
Swab the deck.
Right, right. Practical applications of language. Slang, contextual use. Yeah. Oh, we got something there. It can be really hard to see. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know really any Japanese, but that's where I learned a lot about Japanese culture, was consuming a lot of anime back in a lot of 70s, 80s, and 90s anime. And not that, what was it, Pokemon show where they were like, I think they called the onigiri like jelly-filled donuts. Come on now. Work with me here, Wind. Ah. This is not a good place to be. But we had to risk it, see if there was something on that. Turning slowly. I do hope that them listing this on Steam means that eventually someone would give a game like this a try again, because Warhammer Fantasy, the old world, not whatever Age of Sigmar is, does have a lot of neat stuff going for it that I think would work out well. And they did have rather big ideas for this game. They just never completed it, fully realized it. I'm going to put it politely. Of course you didn't. There's an orc port out there. Let's go hunt some orcs.
Faster, you sea rats!
Swap the deck.
Can't say I have. Most of my online multiplayer days were spent on things like RTS games, MOBA, like things like Dota 2 and Dota, the original, and tons of others. Fighting games, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I mean, I guess if it was an interesting enough mechanic or setting. What is that? Hold up. They got Nerval over there. Well, first let's see what's going on over here. Did you have one that you'd recommend? What is that? Oh, we got High Elves attacking an Orc fort.
You're sailing into the wind, Captain! Damn fine gunnery! Lay off the rum! Clean this dagger! Curse the wind!
Well then. There is no plunder for us here. Oh. No, no, no. What are you doing? Stupid elves.
Curse this wind!
Move. Trying to
Clean the bark!
plunder the orc outpost. I know you were talking to me before about crap, what was that one? We were talking about how you could get like the sniper rifle and camp out the spots when people were going for care packages. What was it? The one you used to play. My old man memory is failing me today.
She's a fickle mistress, but I love her just the same.
Alright, let's go help out that Empire ship. I keep resorting back to, I think there was one called Escape from Tarkov. I know that wasn't the one you were telling me about. PUBG, that's it. I think it was PUBG, right? I mean, I would give them a look if there was enough interest for that kind of stuff. I'm watching gameplay video about to see if it's style of game. Yeah. I'll try anything. I actually have. I've never been one for visual novel games. There's one I played on the DS, Hotel Dusk, and I enjoyed that one, but. Or those dating simulators. But there was a dating simulator game I bought a couple years ago I meant to play for Halloween, because it's like a Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft kind of thing. Oh, he sunk the Empire ship, huh? Or something. Someone got sunk. You got free loot. Ah, it's an orc.
We're by the wind, boys. Whoa, damn fine gunnery.
No. Miss. I hope I don't. He's gonna hit us.
Raise for impact. Scupper that.
That was a good hit. It's gonna hit. You son of a. He's gonna try and board. It's fine.
Call the gun crews to death.
Let's see if we can outrun him.
We have the weather gauge, Captain.
Should be able to outrun. Turn starboard guns. To unload.
Grab on to something.
There we go. It's Lydia Anthony. Okay. I will note that. Lydia Anthony. Alright, Hako, appreciate you stopping in. Sorry I took a while to respond. I had minimized my chat window. But it's always great to hear from you. Thanks, you too. You have a good night. That was a subscriber who's recommended some pretty good games to me lately, so again, if anyone's got any games, and I'll give PUBG a look. I know a little bit about it, but I never really dipped my toes in those types of games. It might be a new experience. I might end up really taking to it like a fish to water, you know? There, what do we got? Is that back up now? I mean, we can keep just raiding the pirate port. High elves are going after something. About 15 minutes, I'll switch to a chaos campaign. That way I can show you guys what that's like and what it's about. But this is it. This is literally the game at this point. We haven't really done much monster hunting. We fought the Megalodon, that scripted event at the beginning with the tutorial. It's always worth doing the tutorial from the Megalodon teeth. How y'all doing? You having a good day? Hopefully you are. If you're not, I hope your day gets better. And he's bugging out. Forgot what these purple things up here are, but we'll find out. They did improve controller support. I remember controller with this was horrendous. What do we got? Oh, there's the sea monster. Oh, it's one of those weird narwhal looking things. Let's see if we can't get it to sink this ship instead of us. There we go. Plan worked. Where'd he go? If it can sink the Carl Franz for us,
Bring up your smooth
then we're gonna sit pretty darn good. Let's see if we can't loot it before them. I don't think we get the experience for it, but we should be able to get the goods. I think that's what the purples are. The purples, I think, are sea monsters.
It's raining again.
We got 14 food and a behemoth horn. Let's go try and sack that pirate cove again. And then I'll switch over to a chaos campaign. This is the gist of it, and then you upgrade and your troops and with armor and gear and your captain and your ship. I guess I could do a quest, huh? Before we switch.
A storm is coming.
Set up a waypoint. Makes it easier. Okay. Here we go. This is what I forgot to do. Ship maintenance, cannons, rigging. Okay. Yeah, you can assign crew members to different jobs.
Take better care of your steel, squab! We have the weather gauge, Captain! You can sleep when you can!
Alright, we'll take it slow.
We're going to win!
So it gives us the message. Ain't got no defenses. Let's go and raid them. Plunder the power port.
I'll run you through! You there! Lord! And over gave you direction!
Easier, just use the transfer all. Alright. So, now let us go to Dieterschaffen? Dieterschaffen? As you can see, time doesn't pass quick, so. This is very much a slow burn game. But it is a game where if you want to focus on the economy of things with trade, you can manipulate the markets. Watchtower. You're in a tavern. Crew. Let's hire a gold wizard. So as you can see now, we have a gold wizard. What's he got? He has a buff and a heal. Alright, now let's do this. Oh yeah, always go for the captain if you can. You can cause morale panics to drop. Minus, well, the undead have a different system that they work with, but it's still similar. Oh man, Warhammer, when we get to that, oh my word. Crew. That's fine. We'll have them to have them. Actually, let me look it up. Okay, let's save our money. The ship healing is a separate ability. Oh, there's a sprint. Pushing the left trigger, or left thumbstick. Alright, where can I turn in penance at? I think it is the watchtower. I don't remember if that builds up reputation. Imperial bounties, here we go. So, we got penance. Collect the bounties. We get some gold for bounties. There we go. So now we got 21,000. Crew. What do we got? Nothing. Imperial bounties. Imperial missions. Espionage and negotiation tactics. To be honest, that's going to be your moneymaker, is collecting penance. Alright, what do we have? We have enough to get a behemoth sword. Not money-wise, but we have a behemoth thing. We still don't have enough for Megalodon Tooth Axe. Grenade launching blunderbuss. Keep those. Sell. We're gonna sell everything. Food is different from provisions. Since this is all free stuff, I don't mind. Alright. Now technically we have enough to get the axe. Blunderbuss. Handgun. You want to see it? Oh, why can't we? Oh, we have to go to Belmaz and Moussalon. Okay. Now, I would recommend eventually buying everyone handguns. Belmaz and Moose. Nurgle's attacking there. Marienburg. That's going to be Bretonnian territory, so Moose. There we go. Where's Belmaz? I have no idea. So let's go. Let's make our way to Moussalon. How we looking? We got enough food. And we just wait for random encounters. For the most part.
We've run aground, Captain.
3 gold. We'll take it. So this is a perfect example of one of the 2 types of Warhammer property games. You either get something really good, say your Space Marine 2, your Vermintide, or you get something really, really janky and bad. Oh, good would be Total War, your Mark of Chaos. Janky and bad would be one of your 20,000 different types of Space Hulk games. This, so on and so forth. Mordheim, janky but and bad but fun. Good. Need to turn here, right? No, we're still a good ways off from what's going on over there.
Sort out this ramshackle!
Again, if you have any Warhammer games you'd recommend I do another showcase for, let me know. And I haven't done this game justice, honestly. But it is relisted on Steam, and even if you don't want to pay the price it's going for now, this game, from what I remember, I got this game for like $4 on good old games, so just know it will go on sale. Get it? Sale? Yeah. I'm about to make the same mistake again. Go wide, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, we're running a little late in regards to switching over to a chaos campaign. And I'm not sure if they plan on actually updating this further. Probably not, but I think it'd be kind of cool if they did. Introduce some of the other factions into a campaign format. What else? What else could you do? More open-ended exploration on land, you know?
Back to work, you lazy dogs!
Alright, we're about to get into it with Nurgle. And different Chaos Gods have different types of ships, different abilities, different special stuff, which you'll see when we do a Tzeentch one. Contagion, huh?
We have the weather gauge, Captain! Run out the port battery! Suppress the muzzle!
Try to outrun them now.
Run out the starboard battery! Let's fly!
Oh god, we gotta get out of here.
Hold on! We're by the wind, Captain!
And we've got sickness. Okay, so maybe this was not a good idea. Well, if they sink us, they sink us.
Incoming!
Might be better if they board.
No water!
And as you can see, they're just destroying us. And you can see some beastmen. We did it. There's only like 2 or 3 of us left.
Nothing like a good fight to get the blood flowing, eh, Captain?
Who are you? Okay. Alright, so. That was the Empire. Well, we'd get the crafting eventually. But we did that, so let's try a new game. Alright, we'll do the corn tutorial. For whatever reason, the Chaos Lord is not showing up. So, let's do a new game. Continue. Regular. Continue. That's fine. All that's fine. Yeah, there's anti-flyer weapons you can buy too. And those are dependent upon your faction. Okay, we are stuck at what they said they fixed. This is a bug that still apparently exists and is an eternal loading screen. So we'll try this again. Oh hey, recruit a gold wizard. Okay. Give it a second. Program's got shut down and I gotta restart it. Once again, all art is provided by my dear brother. Sinking slowly, but it's sinking. Much like my ship did. Alright, let's see if it works this time. There we go. At least now we can see him. Alright. Deathmonger. Different types of Chaos Lords. Yeah, that's fine. Regular. Got it. And you got it. Corn's the tutorial. So hopefully Dwarf Steamship start clad in heavy armor. Not only does this lend them stuff, but it's really, really cool. If I remember, this is what they were working on before they decided to stop. They eventually wanted to add Skaven, Orcs, and Undead. Lord Jameson, the time is right, as foretold. Okay, they're still using the placeholder name for the captain for the Empire. Like I said, there's a bit of jank in the engine, but... Alright, look around. Now, as you can see, we have... Oh, that's all we have. I don't think that would hit it. That logo. Oh. There we go. Left trigger to switch between the different abilities, but we're gonna do a boarding action. And you get Chaos Spawn, for example. God. There's a sharpshooter. Now you might notice we're doing a lot better in the boarding. And that's just the benefit of being chaos. And watch out for fire, it does burn. The red bar is a stamina meter, it goes down periodically. Once we get through this, I'll explain some other stuff too. Okay, so Malicus of Light Port of Maha something or other. But of course, and we'll go there. Sure, Captain Jameson's fine. Now you might be thinking, oh man, that's great. I'm gonna crew the entire ship with nothing but Chaos Warriors and Chaos Spawn, right? And then just go deck to deck. They cannot captain the ship. Or they can't man the ship. You need beastmen and regular troops to do that. Stop it. Alright, we have destroyed their tower. So now we go here. And each of the ships play very different. Like I say, even your troops. Nurgle will have the Cloud of Pestilence and stuff, and you can, instead of usually causing fire damage, you can infect them with the plague. Zinch does a lot of fire damage. You can even get flying ships. There's a whole morale mechanic. Well, this is a... You might notice they're getting staggered and falling down. That's what you want to happen in these types of fights. Because if you can knock them down, you basically get them. So, this is important. Do you want me to try and petition for favor? Alright, petition. You have to get favor by burning, raising, looting, fighting. And that will give you access to new things, so such as an allied ship, help with combat, crew members, upgrades, because you can't trade. Now, as you can see here, here's some flying ships. Bane Tower of Zinch is one, Winged Terror, so on and so forth. I think it wants us to get a, what is this? A death galley? Okay. There we go, we got a death galley. So now we actually have a fleet. Now we have feet. Isn't that great? Where's our allied ship? There we go. We got some allied ships. Now, command menu, fleet. All ships. Follow. So we have to sell there. This is a good way to get an idea for fleets, by the way. Not sure if you can search, but Burning Skulls, Hammer of Corn, and Bite. Bite is absolutely devastating. You can also ram ships. It does damage. That can be kind of difficult. These are our captains. All ships. Hollow. So I would say for the more complex, yep, Warhammer Pirates, Corsair, or Man of War Corsair. We're playing the Chaos right now. I just did Empire for about an hour or two. I just wanted to showcase it since it got relisted back onto Steam. Since it's been delisted for about 4 or 5 years now. And it's janky, and the developers more or less abandoned it, but there is still a lot of fun to be had with this. So right now we're looting for the Chaos Gods. Or the fleet to attack. How's the sound volume? Should be good. Don't run. We're gonna take a bite out of the ship. We're gonna board and slaughter them. Slaughter them all with our Chaos Spawn and Beastmen. And hopefully our allies take care of mopping up the rest of them. they killed a chaos spawn. That's what they're there for, though. What do we got? Guess we lost a ship. Attack. Oh, they want a board. Okay. Where's the cap? Now the downside of chaos is you don't get there's the cap. You don't get guns, which can help. Can we petition? What do we need? What do we need? Well, you must destroy... Okay, so to unlock some of these, you have to actually meet certain requests. We got a full fleet. You already have an icon of power. I don't remember what that does. We're gonna go and finish at least the tutorial before we call it. I just wanted to give you guys a taste of the other end of the spectrum with this. And tomorrow we will continue with Prototype. And then next Wednesday will be another Warhammer Wednesday with a different Warhammer game. Maybe better, maybe worse. Find out together. You might notice we get good wind all around. Anything we suffer, we can just repair right back up. Alright, time to plunder. Now the damage of your, as you can see, we've got more ships joining. Damage of your attacks is also based on how much stamina you have, which will also allow you to break guard. Usually a strong hit and a weak hit is more than enough to finish them off. And much like with the Empire, Chaos also has their own brand of magic, but it is tied to Zinch, Nurgle, and Slanesh. Corn. Magic is no. And always raise. There's no reason not to. Alright. And that was the tutorial for Chaos. Crew. Okay, you can upgrade crew. You don't have to worry about paying them. So, as you can see, also they get different traits. Below half health, will last longer fight. Tough. Duelist. Increases favor, gain from crew kills. Thank you. Causes fear in boarding. Beastman, it looked like, also gains. Alright. And basically, whatever job you have a crew member in, they'll usually get a trait assigned to that. Alright, Captain. Did we get a level yet? No. Chaos also gets a different set of skills. So Terror is always a good one to go with. Strength and Terror right off the bat. Equip weapons. I don't remember how we get weapons. And now all you gotta do is ransack. Go all up and down the coast. And I don't, again, much like with the Empire campaign, there really isn't an end game. Just more or less a free reign type of thing. And I believe also raising repairs all the ships in the fleet. So oh yeah, they improved the controller controls. So there you go, folks. This has been a look at a showcase of Man of War Corsair, recently relisted. To Steam. If you're looking for a game that's a little bit different, that if you're kind of looking for a pirate game set in Warhammer Fantasy, you're not going to find it anywhere else really, outside of maybe Total War Warhammer. But even then, not one like this, where it's basically Mountain Blade meets Assassin's Creed. Black Flag is what's usually cited. Where is he going? It's a mess of a game, but it's kind of like a sloppy Joe. It can taste really good even if it's not made right, and it's a mess to eat. I tend to have a soft spot for these kind of janky games, especially Warhammer, because it's, let's be honest, 80% of Warhammer games are kind of janky. But it's fun, and it's different. But let me know below in the comments if you've played this game before, if you haven't, if you're interested in picking it up, or if you're interested in me continuing the Empire campaign or Chaos campaign. If I do, though, I'd probably roll Zinch, because you get access to a bit more with the magic and everything. There you go, folks. I'm going to call it here. Just because I have an appointment tomorrow, and I have to make it to that. And that's also why I wanted to do this, instead of dedicate to Prototype, because I didn't know how much longer I had on that game. But next Wednesday will be another Warhammer game. What one, I haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out. And we'll see how it fares. Probably one of the ones that got relisted on Steam. So if you have any recommendations of what you'd like to see, let me know before that time. Or I'll just pick randomly. To my subscribers, you all stay awesome and you have an amazing day. Or if you prefer, stay amazing, have an awesome day. Drive by Remnant and Viewers. I'll catch you next time. Until then, you all have a good morning, a good afternoon, and have yourselves a very WAAAGHammer Wednesday night. See you around.